Hi everyone, so this video is to show you how to add and subtract radicals. Okay, so anytime we talk about radicals, so what you have to keep in mind is that we're talking about things, expressions in which we have this symbol, okay? Symbols like this one right here, in which you'll have a radicand. So this is called a radicand. And also in which we have a number here which is called index. Okay, so radical and index, radicand and index. So this symbol here is what we call the radical. Okay, this is the radical, and sometimes it's called the principal square root when it doesn't have an index here. So meaning that when you don't see the index, it's actually 2. So you would never see something like this and for you to call it the square root. No, if it's the square root, you won't have the 2. You have to remember it's 2. It's not written, but it's 2. Okay, so we know it's the square root. All right, so this is whenever I say radical, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, all right, so one thing to know is that anytime you adding and subtracting radicals, you should be thinking of the addition of terms. So you basically use the same principle to add terms. So for example, when you have to add things like, let's say 2x plus 3x, so the answer to this would be 5x because they're actually like terms, right? 2x plus 3x is 5x, okay? It's like 2 oranges plus 3 oranges would give you 5 oranges, okay? So very simple. So same way, if you have 2 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2, this will be 5 square root of 2. Okay, so same principle, same way. When you say like terms, you say like radical. So same thing. You deal with this the same way as if you had terms. Okay, so like terms, like variables, like radicals, same thing. Okay. Another example is that if you had, let's say you had something like this instead, like 2x minus 3y. Now, this would be right here, you would be done. So there's nothing else you can do. You cannot combine, you cannot subtract. Why? Because they're not like terms. You have 2x minus 3y, like 2 pencils minus 3 pens. So you cannot subtract them, okay? Same way, if you had 2 square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 5, for example, there's nothing you can do here. You're done. There's nothing. So same thing, same principle. I'm doing this so I can show you that anytime you're dealing with, you have to add and subtract radicals, you have to remember that you deal with them as if you deal with terms. So they have to be like radicals, okay? Keep that in mind. So let's move on now and solve some problems. Okay, now adding and subtracting radicals. Let's say you had something like this one. Like, as I said, and I'm gonna do square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 2. Okay, so if I had something like this one here, I would just do, okay, it's as if I have 1 square root of 2 okay, because it's as if there's a 1 here, okay? So 1 minus 3. Then I put the square root of 2. So I have to subtract the coefficient as if you have coefficients here, just like when you have variables, okay? So why did I do this again? Just because I have like radicals, because square root of 2 is the same here. It's like radicals, same index, same radicand, so same radical. So I can just do combine the 1 and the 2 here and the 3 here, which will give me negative 2, okay? Square root of 2. That's it. So very simple when you have some actual like radicals, okay? Very, 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 very simple. Same way if you had something like square root of xy minus 5 square root of xy, okay? Again, nothing more to do here or to think of more. All you gotta do is putting the 1 here, because there's a 1 here, minus 5 and square root of xy. That's all. Negative 4 square root of xy. So you combine like terms. This is what you do. This is all you have to do. Combine like terms, okay? All right. Now, another thing, if you have some different problems, like with different radicals, I mean index, like the cube root of x plus square root of x. Now be careful. Here again, can you do this here? Can you combine them? Well, they're not the same radicals, so you cannot combine them. They're not like terms, okay? So you're done here, okay? So always check to see if they have the same index, same radicand, okay? So that's all for now. In my next video, I'm gonna explain more when we have some radical expressions to combine, you know, and try to simplify them and do more. Okay? Thank you.